Archangel Michael orders you now. Last chance to secure the wealth transfer from heaven. The devil is laughing at your pain. Will you let him win? The heavens are not silent, beloved. The window has opened, a gate between eternity and the earth, and it will not remain open for long. The voice of the Eternal has declared a transfer, a release of divine wealth and inheritance, yet only for those who hear, only for those who move, only for those who choose obedience in this urgent hour. The angels stand aligned, and Archangel Michael himself, the commander of the armies of heaven, holds his flaming sword at the threshold, separating the faithful from the deceived, the awakened from the slumbering, the chosen from the careless. This is no ordinary moment. It is the final summons. The door will not remain open forever, and those who hesitate will watch it close before their very eyes. Do you feel the weight in the atmosphere? The sense that heaven has shifted and something unseen is now pressing against the fabric of your reality. This is the last chance, the final invitation, the moment where destiny either rises or is forfeited. Not all will understand. Not all will hear. Some will mock, some will scoff, and some will remain blind. But you, beloved, are not here by chance. You were drawn to this word because your name has been whispered before the throne. You are being summoned to choose, to stand, to step into what has been prepared for you since before the foundations of the world. And yet, in the shadows, the adversary lurks. The devil is mocking your pain. He laughs at your waiting. He sneers at your delay. Every doubt, every fear, every silent tear, he counts them as his victory. He thinks you are too weary, too broken, too distracted to rise. He believes you will miss this divine moment, and in his arrogance, he mocks. But the question now is placed before you. Will you let him win? Will you let his laughter echo, or will you rise in holy defiance and claim what heaven has marked as yours? This is not about noise, nor frantic striving. The wealth transfer comes not by striving hands, but by stillness, silence, and obedience. The Spirit whispers that only those who can still their hearts and hear the voice of God in the quiet will receive. The hour is late, the call is urgent, and the heavens wait for your yes. Do not delay. Do not look back. Step in now, for the sword of Michael draws the line, and the moment will not return. Type "I am chosen" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1122 is now activated. Hear this now, for it is not spoken by chance. It is spoken by command. The heavens have released an interruption into your life, and Archangel Michael himself stands as the herald of this word. He does not arrive empty-handed. He comes with the flaming sword of justice, with the decree of heaven in his voice, and with the weight of eternity pressing against this very moment. You must understand, this message is not random. It is not coincidence. It is divine interruption, cutting through the noise of your day, silencing the distractions of your thoughts, and demanding your attention because heaven cannot afford your delay. Michael, the commander of the armies of the Most High, calls your spirit into alignment. His voice is not soft when it comes to matters of destiny, for time is short and the adversary is circling. By sunrise, the scales will begin to shift. By the next watch of the night, unseen powers will tremble, for the decree of God has already been written. The trumpet has already been sounded in the invisible realm. What you choose now will echo into eternity. The delay is over, but the decision belongs to you. Do you not see? This is warfare. This is not about wealth as the world defines it, but about inheritance, about the portion that has your name written on it, about the divine mantle that has been delayed too long. Heaven is prepared to release it, but you must rise into alignment. You must break free from hesitation. You must cast off the whispers of doubt that seek to strangle your faith. The heavens are ready, but heaven will not move until you do. Beloved, listen. This message is not for everyone. It is for the awakened. It is for the ones who feel the weight pressing in the night, who sense the atmosphere shifting, who feel as though unseen eyes are always watching them, waiting for their collapse. You know it. The enemy waits for your silence. He hopes you will ignore this word. He hopes you will scroll past. He hopes you will dismiss this moment as just another voice among many. But I tell you now, this is not another voice. This is the trumpet of heaven sounding in your life. The watchers are waiting. The unseen powers that mocked you before are leaning in, hoping for your failure. They want to see you bow in defeat. They want to see you surrender your inheritance through doubt and hesitation. But Michael declares, you shall not fall if you choose obedience. You shall not be silenced if you rise now. You shall not be mocked if you claim what belongs to you. This is why urgency burns through these words. The last chance window is here. It will not be open forever. The devil laughs now, but his laughter is not eternal. If you move in faith, his laughter will be silence. If you step into obedience, his mockery will turn into fear. But the choice is yours, and the heavens await your yes. Type I am anointed in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 3344 is now activated. Why does it feel as though whispers surround you, even in silence? Why does it seem that mocking laughter echoes in places you cannot see? This is not imagination. This is the reality of the unseen. The chosen of God often walk under the weight of hidden observation, where voices murmur in the shadows, where gossip curls like smoke in the air, and where spiritual monitors attempt to trace every step you take. You have felt it, the sensation of being watched, even when alone, the pressure of unseen eyes pressing against your spirit, the unsettling awareness that your life has become a battlefield for conversations you were never invited into. Beloved, do not dismiss this tension. It is the evidence that you carry something too great for the enemy to ignore. Betrayals are rising close to you, and the faces you thought were loyal are not as faithful as they appear. Hidden hearts are being exposed, and you will see that those who claim to walk with you are whispering in corners, doubting your rise, mocking your faith, and secretly monitoring your progress. But do not fear. What they know is partial, what they see is fragmented, and what they think they understand is a shadow of the truth. Heaven has hidden the fullness from them, because not all are worthy to witness the unveiling of your inheritance. The laughter you hear in your spirit, the ridicule you feel pressing against your mind, is not just from people. It is from the enemy himself. He mocks the delay of your breakthrough. He celebrates every moment of hesitation, every season of struggle, every unanswered question that made you feel forsaken. He laughs because he believes you are too weary to rise, too wounded to fight, too uncertain to seize what is yours. But hear this, his laughter is about to choke in his throat. The same silence that surrounds you is the silence where God is working. The same shadows that seem filled with whispers are the very places where heaven is preparing the reversal. You are not paranoid, beloved. You are discerning. You are not losing your mind. You are perceiving the warfare that others are blind to. Heaven has allowed you to sense the betrayal, to feel the pressure, to notice the watchers, because God is sharpening your awareness. The voices you hear mocking you are proof that you carry destiny. The enemy does not invest energy mocking empty vessels. He only mocks those marked with fire. That is why you feel tension in every space. That is why you feel eyes on you when no one is there. That is why you feel unsettled when you lay your head at night. Because your inheritance is on the edge of release, and the enemy fears you will step into it. Do not give him the victory. Do not silence your obedience. Do not surrender your stillness. Let his laughter provoke you to rise, not retreat. Let the whispers in the dark remind you that you are chosen, not forsaken. For every shadow that speaks against you, a greater light will soon break forth. Type "I am guarded" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 777 is now covering you. And beloved, as you feel the weight of this word, know this. Part of your rising is to ensure that the voice of heaven continues to pierce through the noise of this world. Every seed you sow into this ministry is not about supporting a channel. It is about scattering light into the shadows where whispers mock God's people. When you give through Super Thanks, membership, or the PayPal link in the description, you are not merely giving, you are igniting torches that silence darkness. You are sowing into the breaking of chains. You are unlocking rivers of living water for others who are desperate to hear what you just heard. I say to you now, the Lord will bless every hand that sows as if it were oil poured upon his altar. Do not delay. The heavens are open. Release what God stirs in your heart and watch the fire of multiplication burn through your life. So now, and let heaven record your obedience. The conflict you face is not random. The pain that grips you is not meaningless. The delay you endure is not punishment. Every battle, every mockery, every closed door has been divinely permitted, not to destroy you, but to reveal you. Hear me well. What you call chaos, heaven calls confirmation. The turmoil you feel is not a curse. It is proof of your calling. The more violent the shaking, the greater the treasure buried beneath the surface. And Archangel Michael stands watching, his sword drawn, not because you are abandoned, but because you are being tested. Will you choose faith over fear? Will you endure the storm long enough to see the sunrise? Every chosen one is tested in silence. Every vessel of inheritance is proven in delay. This is why your endurance is not weakness, it is weaponry. The enemy thinks that if he can press you hard enough, if he can mock you loud enough, if he can stretch the delay long enough, you will crumble. But the Spirit of the Lord says, Your stillness is your shield, your endurance is your sword, and your silence is your strategy. Heaven is not ignoring your cries. Heaven is gathering them like incense. Every tear has been weighed. Every sigh has been written. Every groan has been captured. None of it has been wasted. Beloved, consider this. The enemy does not attack the empty. He does not pursue those who carry no inheritance. He invests his fury in you because he knows what heaven is about to release through you. That is why you face ridicule. That is why you feel pressure from every side. That is why people rise against you without cause. It is not because you are forsaken, but because you are favored. The enemy mocks what he fears, and his laughter is the sound of his desperation. He knows the transfer is coming. He knows the vault of heaven is already trembling with your portion. He knows the hour of release is near, and so he throws every distraction, every delay, every deception at you in one last attempt to make you surrender. Hear me now. Do not confuse warfare with punishment. The storm is not judgment, it is preparation. Every strike against you has been filtered through the hand of God, and nothing touches you without divine permission. Why? Because heaven uses the fire to refine. Heaven uses the betrayal to separate. Heaven uses the silence to strengthen. Archangel Michael watches closely to see if you will hold the line, if you will keep the faith, if you will remain obedient when everything around you screams to quit. This is the battlefield where your inheritance is secured. The devil thinks he is laughing at your downfall, but heaven is laughing at his ignorance. He cannot comprehend that every blow he delivers only makes you stronger. Every delay only deepens your roots. Every mockery only polishes your crown. And soon, the very forces that mocked you will stand in silence as the Lord reveals his glory through your life. Do not let the laughter of the enemy deceive you. Do not let the chaos convince you that God has forgotten you. For this conflict is the stage upon which your destiny is being revealed. The fire is proof of the gold within you. The storm is evidence of your assignment. The delay is confirmation of your inheritance. Stand firm. The sword of Michael is drawn, and the conflict is about to shift in your favor. Type "I am unstoppable" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 888 is now active over your life. The atmosphere is shifting. The winds are no longer calm. They are heavy with coming confrontation. Forces in the unseen realm are gathering, and the stage is being set for a clash you cannot avoid. Hear me. This is not meant to terrify you, but to prepare you. Heaven would not send Michael's warning if the battle were not near. Within 72 hours, something will shift in the spiritual atmosphere. The scales of justice are tipping. The enemy is scrambling, and those who opposed your rising are preparing to reveal their true faces. Even now, conversations are being whispered in hidden places. Plots are being drafted against you, not only by people, but by powers that oppose your destiny. They see the glow of heaven resting upon your shoulders, and they know the inheritance is about to be transferred. And so, they gather their strength. They plan their schemes. They sharpen their accusations. The atmosphere is pregnant with their intention. But beloved, fear not, for what they plan is already known by heaven. Nothing escapes the gaze of the Almighty, and no plan will stand that heaven has not permitted. But still, the pressure will rise. Do not be surprised when strange opposition comes suddenly. Do not be shaken if unexpected resistance appears at your doorstep. This is not coincidence. This is confirmation. When the devil knows his time is short, he thrashes louder. He gathers his forces in desperation, hoping to snatch what cannot be taken from the chosen. His laughter grows, but it is hollow. He believes the battle will break you. But Archangel Michael declares, it will reveal you. Yes, beloved, the confrontation is unavoidable. You will feel the press. You will sense the heaviness. You may even wonder if the breakthrough will ever come. But understand this mystery. The battle does not come to destroy you. It comes to mark the moment of your unveiling. The warfare that surrounds you is the labor that delivers your destiny. Heaven allows the clash so that the whole world, both visible and invisible, will know that your inheritance is not stolen, but won. This is why heaven warns you now. Stay vigilant. Stay watchful. Do not be lulled into carelessness. For within these next 3 days, decisions are being made in the unseen that will affect what unfolds in your life. Your posture must remain one of faith, one of stillness, one of obedience. The warning is not given so you can fear. It is given so you can prepare. For when the confrontation comes, you will not fight alone. Michael stands with sword drawn, and heaven's armies are already in formation. Do not mistake the rising tension as abandonment. The conflict is proof that you are stepping into the moment of transfer. The atmosphere groans because something is about to be birthed. And though you may not yet see the fullness, you will soon realize that everything rising against you was only allowed to reveal the glory that surrounds you. So heed this warning. Be watchful. The countdown has already begun. The atmosphere is charged. Within 72 hours, the shift will manifest, and those who mocked you will soon see the power of the God who fights for you. Type "I am ready" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 999 is now sealed over your destiny. Now hear the instruction of heaven, for the warning has been released, and guidance must follow. In the days ahead, your greatest weapon will not be noise but silence, not striding but stillness, not fear but faith. Heaven fights when you do not. The commander of the Lord's armies does not need your panic. He needs your obedience. Archangel Michael stands, sword of fire drawn, awaiting the command of the Most High to strike down what rises against you. But your role is clear. Be still and know that God is God. Beloved, do not be quick to answer every accusation. Do not be swift to defend yourself in the courts of men. Do not waste your breath on arguments that heaven has already judged. Silence is not weakness. Silence is strategy. When the enemy presses you to speak out of anger, when voices provoke you to react in fear, resist. Your restraint will confuse them, for they expect you to crumble. They expect you to lash out. They expect you to fight in your own strength. But the Spirit says, retreat into prayer. Retreat into silence. Retreat into the secret place where heaven wars on your behalf. In that silence, power is gathered. In that stillness, the angels move. In your obedience to hold your tongue, You allow heaven to speak louder than you ever could. This is why you must not be deceived by appearances. Even if you see opposition rising, even if you hear laughter mocking your pain, even if you feel pressure mounting, stay under the shelter of the Almighty. He who dwells in the secret place will be covered by wings of fire. The Lord is your refuge and fortress, and Michael himself has been dispatched to guard your steps. Hear the affirmation of heaven. You are shielded, you are hidden, you are guarded. The darkness that seeks you cannot touch you unless heaven allows, and what heaven allows is only for your strengthening, never for your destruction. You are surrounded though it feels you are alone. You are covered though it feels you are exposed. You are carried though it feels you are falling. This is the mystery of divine protection. While the enemy laughs, he does not see the armies encamped around you. He mocks in ignorance, unaware that one angel of the Lord can strike down 10,000. Beloved, repeat these affirmations in your spirit. I am shielded. I am hidden. I am guarded. I am untouchable under the wings of the Most High. Let these words burn upon your tongue when fear tries to rise. For in your declaration, the power of heaven is activated. Do not give in to fear. Do not surrender to the mockery. Remember always, Michael does not stand in weakness. He stands in fire. And that fire surrounds you even now. This is the instruction. Remain still, remain watchful, remain obedient. When you feel pressed to act in your own strength, resist. When you are provoked to fight in the flesh, retreat. Heaven fights when you don't, and the victory will be revealed not in your striving, but in your surrender. Type I am guarded by heaven in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing ode 4444 is now placed upon your life. Beloved, the season of hiding is giving way to the season of revealing. You have endured the silence, you have obeyed the command to be still, and now heaven declares a shift. You are not who they thought you were. You are not who you used to be. The weakness that once clung to you has been burned away in the fire. The ashes of your past are no longer chains. They are the soil where new strength is rising. The very battles that threatened to break you have refined you into steel. You were pressed, but not crushed. You were mocked, but not forsaken. You were delayed, but never denied. The time has come for you to rise. This is the moment where the mantle of heaven falls heavy upon your shoulders. Feel it now, wings unfolding from your back, wings that were hidden in your suffering, but are now stretching wide. Fire is igniting within you, the fire of divine inheritance, the flame of unshakable identity. You are not crawling anymore. You are not begging anymore. You are rising in authority, rising in strength, rising in the identity heaven sealed upon you before the foundations of the earth. Every voice that mocked you will fall silent. Every eye that looked down upon you will watch in stunned disbelief as heaven lifts you above their expectations. They laughed when you wept, they will not laugh when you soar. They mocked when you struggled, but they will not mock when heaven exalts you. For this is the hour where God reveals that the stone the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. Beloved, do not believe the lies that told you were finished. Do not believe the whispers that said you were forgot. Heaven never forgot. Heaven never abandoned. Heaven never lost sight of your name. Another hour of empowerment has come. The anointing that rested dormant within you is breaking forth. The fire that flickered in weakness is roaring in strength. The wings that trembled are steadying for flight. You are being elevated. You are being positioned. You are being prepared for the transfer of wealth that heaven has written in your name. The shift is undeniable. The enemy sees it. That is why his laughter has grown desperate. That is why the pressure has increased. That is why betrayals have multiplied. He senses the breaking. He senses the unveiling. He senses the empowerment. And he knows he cannot stop it. You are no longer prey to his deception. You are a warrior clothed in light. You are no longer bound by his chains. You are free, anointed, and unstoppable. Rise now into who you are. Speak it with your lips. Believe it in your heart. I am chosen. I am anointed. I am empowered. I am unstoppable. Let these words be the rhythm of your breath. For the heavens are not waiting for your weakness. They are waiting for your roar. And when you roar, when you rise, when you claim your true identity, nothing in hell can withstand you. This is the empowerment of the chosen. This is the elevation of the faithful. And this is the silence of the enemy, for his laughter cannot echo where heaven has lifted you. Type "I am empowered" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 5555 is now unlocked in your life. Beloved, do you see it now? The battles you endured were not designed to bury you, but to prepare you. The tears you shed were not forgotten. They were sown like seeds in the courts of heaven. Every unanswered prayer, every silent night, every moment of waiting was not wasted. It was sharpening you. It was carving out space within you for the greater glory that is about to be revealed. The Spirit of the Lord declares, this is your unlocking. This is your release. This is your moment of inheritance. Heaven's vault has written your name. Long before the enemy mocked you, long before the betrayals pierced you, long before the delay wearied you, your portion was sealed. You are not begging for scraps from the Master's table. You are rising to claim the inheritance that was destined for you before time began. The wealth transfer is not just currency of earth. It is the currency of destiny, power, and legacy. It is wisdom, favor, authority, and provision that cannot be stolen. The scroll of your life is already inscribed in heaven, and today the seal is breaking. The angels have carried your name before the throne, and the decree has been spoken. Release their portion. Unlock their destiny. Pour out the inheritance written in light. Understand this mystery. The wealth of heaven is not only silver and gold, but everything required to fulfill your divine mandate. Resources will come, yes. Finances will be released, yes. But greater than that, doors will open that no man can shut. Opportunities will appear that no adversary can block. Wisdom will flood your mind, and strength will saturate your spirit. You will carry influence where before you were ignored. You will walk in authority where once you were mocked. This is the wealth of heaven, to be positioned in power, to carry eternal legacy, to walk as one marked by the favor of the Almighty. Beloved, your name is etched in heaven. It is not written in ink that fades. It is carved in light eternal. No enemy can erase it. No failure can blot it out. No betrayal can remove it. The decree is sealed, and it is sealed in blood, in covenant, in fire. The inheritance is yours, and though it tarried, it will not tarry any longer. The season of preparation has ended. The moment of release has come. And so Archangel Michael stands, watching as the wealth of heaven is unlocked in your favor. He guards what is being released, ensuring that no hand of darkness intercepts what has been decreed. The devil's laughter is fading, his mockery collapsing under the weight of heaven's revelation. What was hidden is now being revealed. What was delayed is now being delivered. What was mocked is now being manifested. Rise in this revelation. You are not forsaken. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. You are sealed. You are destined. Heaven's vault has opened, and the transfer has begun. Type "I receive my portion" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing God 1010 is now covering you. And beloved, as you step into this revelation, I tell you this with urgency. The voice that unlocks heaven must continue to thunder on earth. When you sow into this work through Super Thanks, membership, or by giving through PayPal in the description, you are not just giving, you are participating in the very revelation you receive. You are planting into the river of inheritance, ensuring that others also rise into their sealed destiny. When you release a seed, you are declaring, heaven's vault is open, not only for me, but for countless others who must hear this word. The Lord promises, give, and it shall be given to you, and in this moment, that verse is alive over your life. Your giving becomes a prophetic act, a key that not only unlocks provision, but multiplies it. Do not delay. So now into revelation, and watch the harvest of heaven pour out over you in ways that cannot be measured. Beloved, revelation without activation is wasted. Heaven has unveiled the scroll, but now heaven waits for your yes. The angels have unlocked the vault, but they do not pour until you step into alignment. Archangel Michael stands ready, but he does not war for the passive, he wars for the obedient. This is the hour where destiny must not only be believed, but declared, not only received, but activated. Do you hear it? The Spirit is saying, rise, speak, move, declare. You cannot sit silent when heaven has placed a roar in your spirit. You cannot remain hidden when the fire of inheritance burns upon your chest. The days of waiting are fulfilled, and the hour of activation has come. This is not a moment to retreat. This is a moment to stand tall, to declare boldly, to speak with authority what heaven has already written. For words create movement in the spirit, and silence leaves space for the enemy's laughter. Will you let him laugh? Or will you open your mouth and drown his mockery with the sound of your faith? Rise now into destiny. Say it with your lips. I am chosen. I am anointed. I am appointed. I am sent. My inheritance is mine, and I claim it now. These words are not empty. They are swords. They cut through the atmosphere. They sever the cords of delay. They strike fear into the enemy's camp. Heaven waits for your declaration, because the spoken word is the key that unlocks the manifestation of the unseen. But activation is not only in words, it is in posture. Your prayers must become warfare. Your silence must become strength. Your waiting must become expectation. Do not sit idle in this moment. Align your spirit with the movement of heaven. When you pray, pray with fire. When you speak, speak with boldness. When you wait, wait with faith. Every act of obedience in this hour pushes the transfer closer. Every act of faith draws the inheritance nearer. Understand this mystery. The enemy has no power against a believer who moves in alignment. He may whisper, but he cannot stop. He may mock, but he cannot block. He may delay, but he cannot deny. Your yes is the weapon that silences his laughter. Your obedience is the hammer that breaks his chains. Your declaration is the key that locks him out and unlocks your destiny. Beloved, heaven is waiting. The angels are listening. Michael is standing. The transfer is written, but it is your activation that opens the door. Speak your yes. Declare your faith. Step boldly into what has been reserved for you. You were not born to shrink back. You were born to rise. You were not called to remain in the shadows. You were chosen to shine in the light of God's glory. And when you rise, the devil loses. When you declare, his laughter fades. When you activate your destiny, his defeat is sealed. This is the hour. This is the moment. And this is your command. Rise into your inheritance. Type ISAYYS in the comments if you received this message. Blessing Code 2020 is now unlocking your destiny. Beloved, listen carefully, for what is unfolding now cannot be seen with natural eyes. There is a silent exchange taking place in the spirit. While you walk the earth unaware, while you rest your head in uncertainty, the courts of heaven are in session. The angels are moving like flames of fire, carrying scrolls, shifting balances, and returning what was stolen. Archangel Michael stands at the center of this exchange, his sword ablaze, ensuring that no hand of darkness interrupts the transaction. This is the mystery. What was taken from you in secret is being returned to you in silence. The devil thought your tears were wasted. He thought your delay was final. He thought the mockery was victory. But while you cried, heaven recorded. While you groaned, heaven wrote. While you felt forsaken, heaven was gathering every fragment, every broken piece, every scattered blessing that was snatched from your hands. And now, in the hidden chambers of the unseen, the exchange has begun. What was stolen is being demanded back. What was delayed is being released. What was mocked is being restored. This is why you have felt restless, why you have sensed the atmosphere pressing heavy, why you have carried the strange awareness that something is shifting though you cannot yet explain it. Your spirit has felt the transfer before your mind has perceived it. Deep within, your soul already knows. Heaven is working. The silence around you is not abandonment. It is transaction. The stillness is not absence. It is divine negotiation. Angels are writing decrees. Archangel Michael is defending your portion. The Father himself is declaring, return what was stolen. Release what was delayed. Restore what belongs to my chosen. While men gossip, heaven speaks. While the enemy laughs, heaven records. While you wonder if you have been forgotten, heaven is finalizing your inheritance. Nothing has been lost. Nothing has been wasted. Even what was stolen, his secret seasons, is now being shifted back into your possession. You may not yet hold it in your hands, but your spirit has already received it. The transfer is real. The exchange is complete. And soon, the manifestation will break forth in your visible reality. Beloved, hold steady in this silence. Do not confuse quiet with inactivity. Do not mistake stillness for defeat. For the spirit realm is more alive now than ever. The transaction is underway. And when heaven completes what it has begun, no devil in hell will be able to reverse it. You will see doors open without explanation. You will receive calls, opportunities, and resources that defy logic. You will walk in a favor that cannot be denied. Because heaven has spoken, and the silent exchange has sealed it. Rest now in this mystery. Your blessing is not lost. It is being transferred back into your hands. The vault is opening, the angels are delivering, and Archangel Michael himself is guarding the release. The silence of this season is proof of the holy negotiation taking place. Soon, what was unseen will be seen. What was hidden will be revealed. What was stolen will be restored. Type I receive the transfer in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 3030 is now released into your life. Beloved, the judge of all the earth has risen and his gavel has struck. Justice is not delayed. Justice is already in motion. The scales that once seemed unbalanced are now tilting in your favor. What was meant to break you is turning to bless you. What was meant to shame you is turning to crown you. What was meant to silence you is turning to amplify your voice. This is the divine reversal, the holy exchange where heaven takes what was evil and reshapes it into glory. Hear me well. Every curse spoken against you is returning to its sender. Every mocking word that pierced your heart is now falling like a stone upon the head of the one who released it. Every plot that was whispered in darkness is unraveling in daylight. What they planned for your downfall has become the platform for your elevation. They thought they were burying you, but in truth they were planting you. They thought they were ending your story, but heaven was only beginning your next chapter. The enemy's laughter is silenced in this moment. His mocking is swallowed by the roar of justice. For the Lord has seen your suffering. He has heard your cries. He has measured your tears, and now he declares, enough. The time of humiliation has ended. The season of delay has broken. The hour of reversal has arrived. And this reversal is not small, beloved. It is great. It is visible. It is undeniable. Those who once mocked you will witness the hand of God lift you in plain sight. Those who doubted your calling will be forced to admit that heaven's seal is upon you. Those who betrayed you will see the fire of justice burn through every plan they forged in secret. This is the hour of restoration. What was stolen is not merely returned, it is multiplied. What was withheld is not merely released, it is expanded. God never restores to the measure that was lost. He restores with overflow. Expect increase where you only asked for recovery. Expect abundance where you only begged for survival. Expect favor where you once endured ridicule. The divine reversal will not only silence your enemies, it will silence your doubts. You will know, beyond shadow, that the Lord has fought for you. Beloved, walk boldly in this season of reversal. Do not look back in bitterness. Look forward in faith. Do not dwell on the mockery. Dwell on the miracle. Justice has already begun its work, and nothing can stop what has been decreed. The power of God is rewriting the story. The fire of Michael's sword is cutting through every chain, and the laughter of the enemy is choking, collapsing into silence, for the glory of God has been revealed. Rise now, for spiritual justice has been activated in your favor. Divine reversal is your portion. Restoration is your inheritance. Favor is your crown. And nothing, no devil, no betrayal, no delay, can take it from you. Type divine reversal in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 4040 is now upon your life. Beloved, the word has been spoken, and the command is clear. Archangel Michael has stood before you with sword drawn, not in suggestion, but in order. Obey, remain still, remain faithful. This was not just another message. This was heaven's final call. The wealth transfer is real. The inheritance is sealed, and the vault of heaven has opened for you. But this was the last chance, the last warning, the last window before the door closes. Do not let the laughter of the enemy echo any longer. Do not let his mockery define your future. Today you have been called into obedience, into stillness, into alignment. This is the hour where silence is your strength, faith is your weapon, and obedience is your key. And as you obey, as you stand, as you hold firm, heaven fights on your behalf. The angels are already moving. The courts of heaven have already ruled. The transfer has already begun. You are sealed. You are chosen. You are protected. You are destined. The storm was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to reveal you. The fire was never meant to consume you. It was meant to refine you. The delay was never meant to deny you. It was meant to prepare you. And now the time of revealing has come. Rise in confidence, rise in strength, rise in the inheritance heaven has placed in your hands. Beloved, this is not the end of your story. It is the unveiling of your chapter of glory. The sword of Michael has drawn the line. The laughter of the enemy has been silenced, and the vault of heaven has released your portion. You are seen, you are chosen, you are sent. Now rise, for heaven has released your portion. Type I am sealed in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 5050 is now covering your destiny. Beloved, as we close this word, I remind you, this is more than a message. It is a movement. The call of heaven must continue to sound across the earth, silencing the laughter of the enemy in countless lives. When you sow into this ministry through Super Thanks, membership, or the PayPal link in the description, you are not simply giving. You are sending the roar of heaven into someone else's silence. You are fueling the spread of prophetic fire that breaks chains, awakens destinies, and activates inheritances. Your seed becomes a torch in the hands of God, lighting the way for souls who are still trapped in the shadows. And I declare prophetically, every giver will walk under open heavens, every supporter will carry multiplied favor, every seed will return as rivers of blessing. Do not hesitate. Act in obedience. Sow now, and let heaven record your faith as an eternal testimony.